I'm a big Trey Lance supporter, but I'm a little worried. I'm just worried that he's missing. If the reports are he's missing people in stride, and he's missing people that are close to the line of scrimmage. Is that true, Grant?
I will say on the checkdowns, he'll miss those high sometimes. Like it'll go off the running back's hands, but he'll have to extend up, which is like, dude, put it in stride. He hasn't thrown many slants this year because the defense, Mosley and Ward, are playing press man coverage and basically forcing you to run fades and longer developing routes. So that's what I would say with that. When he has thrown slants, they've been accurate for the most part.
Okay, that's all I was just trying to get some clarity on is that Jackhammer was on. He was like, man, he's not sugarcoating it, and he's saying that the kid is missing all over the place, and talking about his completion percentage and his lack of accuracy and stuff like that. And I know that he's hit some big plays in practice and stuff, some things that Jimmy obviously just cannot do, even if he dreamt about it. But he's missing the easy assignments and stuff like that. And then when you get into the season and you get into the big games, you're going to need to be able to hit those easy assignments. And it's kind of concerning to me that this has been getting worked on and stuff like that for the last couple of off seasons, and it still looks this way. And I watched a quarterback like you should be familiar with, Donovan McNabb, who was a highly mobile, strong arm quarterback, but his accuracy was always scattershot. And so that's what I kind of worry about when I hear about these accuracy reports from Trey.
I think that Donovan McNabb is a great comparison for Trey Lance. I think that Donovan McNabb was a top 10 quarterback in the league and a way better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. He could have been better. Also, Donovan McNabb always seemed 20 pounds overweight. You know what I mean? He was never like in the best shape. He was a hell of an athlete. But he was a hell of an athlete with a beer belly, is the way I saw it. Like, Trey Lance is not like that. I don't know, but like, Donovan McNabb would be young Donovan on this team?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a top 5 quarterback, but I don't know. He's as good as Jeff Garcia to me, maybe better. Donovan?
And that's about the comparison I have to way Trey is to playing way he is right now. The way he's being described is like Donovan sometimes will hit some beautiful plays, and then other times you'd be like, man, what?
It's true. That's exactly what was the Donovan McNabb experience. And I don't think that Donovan McNabb would have been worth 3 first-round picks in a trade the way the Niners gave up for Trey. So they'll always have to – I don't think he can ever live up to that trade. But if he can be Donovan McNabb, the Niners just might win a Super Bowl. So in that way, he could live up to the trade.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks very much for clearing that up.
Listen, Grant, I just had to get in real quick because Twitter's driving me nuts today, man. First of all, it's an off day. After Trey didn't have his best practice, I mean, to be nice.
Yeah.
So people are going to run wild with narratives, and the stuff I'm seeing is absolutely nuts. So here's my question to those that think Trey's not going to be good, or those that are worried about Trey and if he can be good, is what if Trey Lance was good against the Texans, and I think we can all agree he was pretty good. Even when he wasn't good, he was 10 of 13 in the first half. Very Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's true. Right? That's true. And he finished the game with 70% completions like he was money.
Right. So if Trey Lance was pretty good against the Texans, even his biggest critics will talk about how he has a drive to want to be great, and he has work ethic and is extremely smart. Even his biggest critics will give him that. So are we really to believe that in a 7-month time span since that game that Trey has somehow regressed based off of some practices? That's the stance that some people are taking. That is a wild stance to take, in my opinion.
That's a disingenuous stance based on statistics without context that people are giving for attention.
Well, and listen, Jack's my guy, but CJ, here's what you have to understand. If you really listen to what Jack's saying, he's telling you that Trey is inaccurate when it's deep and outside the numbers. 2 things that Jimmy never even attempted.
I would disagree with that. I would disagree with that. I think actually early on in camp, he was really accurate on the fades up the sideline. The last week they were working on deep outs, and the timing was off with Debo. His timing is money with Ayuk on any route. So I would just disagree with that assessment entirely. And Jack does a great job. I've been in every practice. He hasn't. I disagree with him on that, but it's an opinion. It'll play out. We'll all see for ourselves after 3 preseason games if he plays in the regular season.
For sure. All right, man. You have a good day.
All right, Jesse, for sure. Josh Wyatt says, I don't like Jimmy Garoppolo, but let's not pretend we're going from an F to an A. Best case, we're going from a C to a B, but downgraded 5 positions. Josh, you make a lot of great points. I wouldn't disagree with you at all on that. But again, how Trey's going to improve the run game is the most. You're all focused on the pass game here. The pass game is secondary. The run game is the identity of the team. Trey's going to make it a lot better. That's important. We're all glossing over the fact. I'm saying 750 yards, 10 touchdowns on the ground, 5-6 yards of carry.